This video is brought to you by John Robson Guitar Tuition. If you enjoy the content, please consider supporting the channel by enrolling on a course, purchasing some guitar lessons or a t-shirt, or you can join my Patreon. Now, on with the show. Hello chaps, welcome once again to John Robson Guitar Tuition. As always, I do hope you're well. Now, I've spoken about this before on the channel, but it's worth another mention, I suppose, that back in the 1990s, it often gets forgotten that we had a little bit of a mini blues boom, starting in the late 80s, I suppose, with Jeff Healey, with his See the Light album, and then, Gary Moore kind of came along with Still Got the Blues, and by, the peak of the 90s, his kind of blues career was, well hitting its stride. And you had even, kind of established rock artists discovering their bluesier side. Pat Benatar, for example, did a fantastic blues album called True Love. Well worth checking out if you're not familiar with it. And there were also quite a few younger blues artists who were, kind of flourishing at the time. Joe Bonamassa, I remember hearing about him in the early 90s, mid-90s, I suppose it was, when he was still knee-high to a grasshopper, and other younger blues artists like Kenny Wayne Shepherd, and the subject of today's video, Jonny Lang. I first heard about him in 97 when his Lie to Me album came out. Fantastic album, and it's the solo from the title track we're going to look at today. Bear in mind, as you listen to my rendition of this solo, that when he played it, he was 16 years old. Indeed, here's the solo. And here's a short little explanation about what's going on in the solo.
Solo explanation.
Okay then, as always, we will begin by looking at what the chords we're playing over. Essentially, we're in B minor here, although on the original recording it is tuned down one semitone, so it actually sounds in B flat minor. But a quick look at the official music video for this, kind of pausing it at various points as he's playing the solo, it does appear that he's playing in sort of B minor position, so that's what I went with. Anyway, the chords we've got are B minor, E7, G, A, E major, and F sharp 7, and all of those chords are arranged into this chord sequence. 2, 3. And we come out with the solo into the next section of the song where we go to an E minor chord, so that's why I finished on E minor there. No surprise then that the majority of the licks that we're going to be playing over the top of that chord sequence come from the B minor pentatonic, and the notes of B, D, E, F sharp and A in various places from sort of this area of the neck upwards. So that's essentially that pattern, and a little bit of this pattern. Those are kind of the areas where we're playing, and just taking a look at the first few licks, we've got all kind of standard pattern 1 stuff really, pattern 1 going up into pattern 2, so we've got that kind of thing, then back down into pattern 2. Then, who can resist this big 12th fret bend here? like this, and he plays a very effective little motif on this, where just kind of playing it in triplets, so it's kind of going against the beat. It has a certain amount of syncopation to it, so you're getting kind of that kind of da 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 kind of rhythm there is very, very effective. I use it myself quite a lot. After that, really, it's just sort of standard pentatonic kind of stuff, until we get to the part where the G chord comes in, because that's a big sort of structural moment in the solo, when essentially it's the arrival of the second half of the solo, and to build up a little bit of tension there, he plays some big minor third bends. And then up to the 14th fret here, I said would be coming up to this part of the scale, and I said we'd be using a little bit of it, and now's where it happens. We do, again, a big minor third bend on this F sharp note at the 14th fret, essentially taking it up to the A note. That lick there. So you've got to be kind of quite nimble to get from this big bend there like that, and do this pre-bend. And then after that, we are basically just kind of filling space till the end of the solo with this little kind of collection of licks here. And then come down the usual sort of that kind of pattern there that we all know and love so well. And then back up. Now this note here is interesting. This is an A sharp note. Why is that there? Because we've arrived at the F sharp 7th chord, which, as you can see, has the A sharp in it. So definitely not a coincidence that he chose that note there. So coming back up that little run there. And then finishing on that E to F sharp bend there. So, not a particularly complex solo, but I think it's one that just is so full of soulfulness and great use of wah, great use of those minor third bends. Like that. So it's a good bending workout as well. And lots to learn from this solo and lots to like about it. So now you know what to do. Go away and have some fun with it. And as always, you'll find a full tab in both Guitar Pro and PDF formats, along with a clip of me playing the solo, that little explanation you've just seen there, and a jam track to play along with yourself. All of that is up on my Patreon page. There's the address, and the link is in the description. $3 or £2.50 a month gets you access to all of these additional resources that go along with these YouTube videos. A massive, massive thank you to each and every one of you who support me in that, or any of the other ways, all of which are linked down in the description. And that's pretty much it for today, folks. Hope you've enjoyed the video and found it useful and informative in some small way. And if that's the case, please hit the subscribe button and the notification bell if you haven't already done so. Why not drop me a like as well while you're at it? Don't forget the live stream every Friday, 5 PM UK time, where we drink beer and talk about music and guitars and all manner of other stuff. Great way to kick off the weekend. I'd love to see you there if you can make it. But for now, I'll bid you all a good day and say thank you so much for watching. Thank you for your time. Look after yourselves, folks. Stay well, stay safe, and above all, stay sane. Bye for now.